This is my script. It's called My Brother Jake. Brief overview. It's a drama and it focuses on topical issues of anxiety and grief. It's targeted at an age range of 16 to 24 and it's going to be about 5 to 7 minutes long. There's two main characters, an older brother and a younger brother. One's called Harrison and one's called Jake. There's an unexpected twist at the end and there's several locations. Characters. Harrison is the older brother. He suffers from severe anxiety and has a hard time dealing with grief. This is because in the story, Jake has actually died in a road collision and he can't deal with his death because they were really close. He'll have brown hair, brown eyes and dress in hoodies and jeans. Jake is the youngest sibling. He'll be 13 and he's featured in the story as he's part of Harrison's hallucinations. Because he has such severe anxiety, he sees Jake walking around him and he'll be dressed in check shirts and jeans. But he says everything that's in Harrison's head, so whatever Harrison's worrying about, Jake's saying out loud. Universal themes. The universal themes in this story is man versus himself. This is because he's dealing with his mental health and fighting anxiety on his own. And it's also part of death is part of life because he's dealing with grief and the death of his brother. Logline. Harrison is a 19-year-old student that fights the constant battles of panophobia. Panophobia is the fear of everything. So his younger brother Jake was killed in a road collision by a bus, and even though he's going through life on his own, he finds it hard to deal with all these situations. His hallucinations of Jake make him see him by himself, and the only thing that'll help is his weekly therapy sessions. Okay, the plot. The plot at the start is where Jake runs into Harrison's room. So straight away the audience sees that Jake's in a panic, but they don't know anything. Like, they still think Jake's alive. And the inciting incident is when they move on, they get ready to go out, and Harrison panics, but it's actually Jake saying that he needs to go back and check if the door's locked again. And then they get to the therapy session and they get in the lift, but Harrison, again in his head, doesn't want to get in the lift because he's scared of getting it, so Jake has a mental breakdown. They go to the therapy session, get to the room, and Harrison tells Jake to wait outside. When he goes inside and has his therapy session, he leaves and Jake's not there anymore. He then goes to go and buy some flowers, as he's told the therapist, and this is because he's going to put some flowers on Jake's headstone. So there's several settings and locations in this. There's the bedroom of Harrison's bedroom, the hallway where they get dressed and ready to go out, the front door when they come back and check it, the street as they're walking to the clinic itself and the lift, the therapy room, the flower shop and the graveyard. There's quite a lot of locations. Possible locations. I was thinking that we could make the set. So we've got the therapy room that we could make in the studio, a lift that we could probably use, Uni's lift, and the bedroom set that we could make. And this cemetery is the Southern Cemetery around the corner, so we could use that if they allow it. And the flower shop, they have one nearby too. So the look. I was looking for muted tones and neutral colours, as well as like high key-ish lighting. There's going to be obscure framing as well to show that he's alone. So like in this one, where he's like in the corner of the frame, it shows that no one's around him and he's like facing it by himself. The cast. I looked on Star now to find inspirations of who I wanted to cast, and these two are pretty similar. They look kind of the same-ish. I'm trying to make brothers of people that are not actually brothers. But yeah, because one of them will be under 18. I'm looking for between 12 and 16 for Jake's character. We'll need a chaperone with him, so either a parent or a guardian. So that will have to be arranged on set. And then Harrison, I'm 19 to 22, so he should be okay without a chaperone. And they both have brown hair, because that's what I'm visioning. HODs, so these are the few people that I've wanted to join my crew. So I don't want to direct or DOP my own script. I think there's other people at uni that are better at those questions, so I'd like to just stick to my own specialism and first AD my shoot. But with Izzy as director and Ben as DOP, it should be fine. I'm hoping. Yeah, budget. This is a really rough budget. I wasn't sure how much to pay actors and stuff, but through my research I found that it's usually about £100 a day per actor. So there's 2 actors and I'm looking at 5 days of shooting, one of those days being pick-up, so that's £500 per actor. So that's 1,000, and then there's 1 day for the therapist, which is £100 on her own. And then locations, that's 500, just in case we need to pay anyone. Props is 600 because there's furniture we need to buy, and catering is to keep every crew happy. Benefits. It's a topical subject so people can relate to it, and it shows the insight into life with people with anxiety. There's a possibility of winning awards as it tackles current issues, and it's an easy concept, it's not too hard to film. And that's it. Have you got any questions?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for this?
My inspiration was people with anxiety around me, and also there's this TV show called Mr. Robot, and the guy fights anxiety really hard in that, and he does the obscure framing.
Cool.
So you put the budget on there. Have you any ideas on how to raise that?
I think it's probably just going to be bake sales and like charity, nice people, not offer to pay.